Welcome back. Well, we have Dr. Esther Mark here and YZSR, who are here on behalf of the Genesis Medical Center. Well, welcome both of you again. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Now, let's just talk about a brief overview of all of the things that you do provide at the Genesis Medical Center, and then we're going to jump into a few specific topics.
Perfect. Genesis Medical Center, we wanted to discuss today our male enhancement program we have for available to males where they want to enhance their organ per se and their confidence and their performance on the sexual side of things. We do that, and we do it in a very discreet and nice way, and our doctors are trained to do the procedure. It's a non-invasive and a non-surgical procedure.
Okay.
That's done in clinic in a procedure room, and it helps a lot of our male clients just with their overall confidence and their performance when it comes to the sexual realm.
Okay.
So that's something where we've drummed up a lot of interest.
Oh, I'm imagining so. And you know, there's a lot of treatments out there that people can do some research on. If you're looking up various ways for this type of situation, do you want to warn anybody about anything that's going on out there that you should stay away from? Like, there's a lot of people say, oh yeah, we can help you with this, or we can help you with that type of situation.
And we are talking specifically about the male enhancement?
Yes.
Well, there are different considerations. Men sometimes their situation that because either the sexual performance is not optimal, and sometimes there is a psychological issues when they feel that their size is not good enough to satisfy their partners if their own self-confidence.
Yes.
So, well, every time before we do a procedure, we make sure we explain to the patient what the the outcome. We describe the procedure that we do that is very safe. It's an office procedure. Only needs apply some numbing cream, and the procedure is practically painless. We go through possibly side effects, contraindication. We like the patients to be healthy, but and if they have medical conditions, serious medical condition, then we may have to postpone it. But and we see all kind of ages as well.
Okay. All right.
And mainly for that part of the body, we advise against anything permanent.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will come in and they've heard about different pumps and different devices that they will utilize, and they offer permanent solutions.
Right.
And a lot of these permanent solutions are not really permanent. Governmental regulatory bodies consider permanent as 2 years.
Oh.
That's their definition by law. So when you hear permanent, it's not really forever or for life.
Okay.
So this is something where people need to be cognizant.
That's a good point, because I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah.
So
even for laser hair removal,
right,
a lot of the women go and they get permanent removal, and it's guaranteed.
And it's
you always need touch-ups, of course.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Right.
So next time, when you all see permanent, don't believe them.
Right.
2 years max. All right, excellent. So now you also do a lot of other things. You guys have some anti-aging solutions. What are some of those specifics?
The anti-aging solutions, we do for the females, especially in the month of February. It's Valentine's. We have specials. We have 20% off. We do the fillers and Botox, and also the what they call the vampire facelift. And maybe Dr. Mark can elaborate on that a little bit.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, vampire facelift means is we inject or in the skin PRP. PRP is platelet-rich plasma. So what we do, we extract the venous blood, like somebody goes and draw blood at the laboratory. Then we spin it for a certain amount of time, and velocity we extract the plasma. The plasma is the gold part. We call it the gold juice because it's rich of the platelets are rich of growth factor, healing factors. And when we do, for example, for an enhancement, not only for female, improve the features and correct the volume loss that we unfortunately get as we get older, and we can do the injection alone. We can combine with the derma fillers as well.
Okay.
It depends on the need of the person, the aging signs that they show.
Right. Now,
Okay.
is there any pain that's involved with the
Well,
needle?
when we inject the faces, we apply a numbing cream as well. I'm very gentle, and I always try to avoid pain as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so minimal pain, I would say.
Okay. Now, I know you're having some specials that are going on, and that's specific to fillers and Botox.
Yeah.
And do you have a variety of different? I know that Botox is obviously one brand, but there's many brands. Is there a variety to choose from?
Yeah, there are a variety. Sometimes we do it according to the patient's need. But at the end of the day, Botox, even though there are 3-4 brands, there are always botulinum toxin A.
Yeah.
For derma fillers as well. Derma fillers are hyaluronic acid that
Yes.
is prepared in a form of gel. We mix it with a little tiny lidocaine to prevent pain. And they have different thickness.
Right.
It depends what area of the face we inject.
Right.
you
And
know.
there's also different kinds of brands too. Is there
Right.
any? I'm sure that you're constantly on the list to know of all of the brand new things and brand new technology.
Right.
Is it getting easier and easier to be able to inject for fillers these days?
Yeah, definitely. We have much more option and many more brands. We have new brands coming from South Korea. South Korean doctors are very knowledgeable and up to date to the latest injection procedures. Yes.
Okay. All right. That's excellent. All right. So let's go ahead and remind everybody one more time about the specials and how long does that go on for?
So for the whole month of February, because of Valentine's, they have 20% discount off your receipt on the Botox, on the fillers, and on the PRP, which is the
okay.
platelet-rich plasma that's utilized for the vampire facelift.
Okay.
And one other thing with the vampire facelift, it stimulates your own collagen, so it decreases the wrinkle lines, and it actually gives you a natural lift, which is about 20 to 30%, which is very good. It's non-surgical, non-invasive,
Yeah.
and there's practically no downtime as well.
And then let's talk about how long something like that lasts. I mean, I'm sure it depends on individuals as well, right? Because I know that sometimes people can have their Botox wear off within a couple of months, and sometimes it can go longer depending on the individual. So how long would something like that last?
So neuromodulators like Botox usually last between 3 and 4 months.
Okay.
However, I do recommend to try to space out the treatments. We can do it even every 6 months.
Okay.
And for the derma filler, it depends on their thickness. If we inject around the eyes, we need to inject a thinner product.
Right.
If we want to volumize the cheeks, or correct the jawline and the mandible marionette line, then we need to inject something thicker.
Okay.
And for the duration, the thinner fillers may last a little less, maybe 8 months. The thicker fillers, they last up to 2 years, and more recent studies have shown that they last actually even up to 5 or 10 years.
Right. I mean, they build up over time, right?
Right, because even the derma fillers, like the platelet-rich plasma, it does stimulate collagen.
Right.
And it works over time. And then, as we were talking before, we may need touch-ups to maintain. You always need maintenance. And that's why the PRP, if we decide to inject the derma fillers with the PRP, they work in synergy.
Oh, okay.
Right. And we pretty much use the same techniques for male enhancement.
Okay.
And in the case of male enhancement, the PRP will even increase the performance. It's pretty amazing. Some men decide to do just 2 small injections on the side of the shaft, and they will increase the potency of the erection and so the performance as well.
Wow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
good information. Thank you both so much, and happy
you.
Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you,
You're
Lisa.
welcome. You're welcome. And if you want more information about any of the things that we have discussed, you can always go to their website, genesismedicalcenter.com, or call them at 844-783-6748. And don't forget, the whole month of February, you get 20% off of Botox, fillers, and the PRP. We'll be right back.